What's up, my fellow Chibits? Today I'm here to bring you all the weekly anime review of Gold Eater. So, episode 2 sets up a lot, and it hints at some things that I want to actually dive in and start theory crafting about. So, first things, right off the bat, the compass. The compass appeared in last week's episode, and it did have a little bit of the focus, but not major focus. It did pop up from time to time. In this episode, the compass pops up to our main male character, Linka, and then you have a character ask him, like, does it even work? And then we get to see, like, a shot of it when our characters are walking, and you see the shot of the compass as it's, twitching, trying to move to north. So, I think something is going on with the magnetic poles of Earth or something like that for the compass to get that much focus. There must be something going on here, like something is wrong with Earth or whatever, because for the compass to get that type of, I guess, appearance in this episode, the way it was kind of hinted at, it makes me feel like that's going to be very vital to this series, but that's just me theory crafting. I could be wrong. Now, we come to find out kind of the origin of these creatures that are attacking humanity. From what I found out from looking at some of the dialogue, is that right at the end, is that this oracle cell, this certain cell that humanity made, supposedly this cell was evolving and it was an all-purpose cell, like it evolved at an extreme rate, and if you think about it, it would be possible if the cell multiplied and then made its own different type of being, since it's an all-purpose cell. And so these creatures that are attacking Earth, or, humans in general, are most likely because of the cell that humanity made. This new renewable energy, for instance, humanity made those creatures. So that right then and there was kind of confirmed with this episode that humanity fucked up and made those creatures. So yeah, plus 10 for, humanity once again making some demonic creatures that wipe out their entire existence. Now, one thing I do want to talk about is some of the complaints I saw last week from this series. A bunch of Chibits were saying in the comments that this reminds them a lot of Attack on Titan. And from what I found out from some information that was given to me, is that this is not an Attack on Titan clone. This actually came out before Attack on Titan from what I heard the game did. Remember, this is based off of a game. And when it comes to a game is in the production of like maybe 1 to 2 years, or even 3 to 4 years before it comes out. So yeah, this right here, God Eater, came before Attack on Titan, from what I've heard. So, this is not really a copy of Attack on Titan. So, I'm just going to clarify that right now. There was a bunch of Chibits that were saying that this was a Attack on Titan clone because of Wall, humanity, and stuff like that. But even then, even if this did come out after Attack on Titan, it's still not a reason to really judge a series. Because, just because it uses cliches doesn't mean that you should judge it from the first episode and just trash the entire series, because that's like looking at a start of a shonen or a shoujo romance or anything and saying the standard cliches of a main male character and then just saying the entire series is going to be shit. I mean, you can't judge everything by the first episode. You really got to see how it's going to progress in just 3 episodes to see if the story is going to take a good route or not. And even then, it could still do an unexpected turn on the final 5 to 6 episodes if it's like a 12-episode running series. But regardless of that, that's another video for another day. I just wanted to bring up that this is obviously not an Attack on Titan clone, because there is other characteristics that are very different from Attack on Titan. From one thing I just want to point out, we get to see a political battle going on. Like, there's politics in this series from what we can see. You saw these old people through the freaking monitors in the screen in this conference room, and they were talking to one of our leaders, and they were like from Russia, different branches all over the world. So what this lets us know as a viewer is that all of humanity is not wiped out. There is other big encampments in all around the planet where humanity stays, most likely in Russia, USA, Europe, China, different places that, humanity has set up camp and are holding off against these creatures that they have made. So that is what I personally think is going on. It's already set up itself to be very different slightly from Attack on Titan, and I'm personally enjoying this series. Now, some could say that it's good, some could say it's bad, everybody has an opinion. I personally enjoy this series, and I have a lot of fun sitting down and watching this series. A lot of Chibis also said last week that the animation and art did not look like it was good at all. I just actually want to point out something real quick. From what I was told, that there was like 9 or 12 anime studios, or different studios, like companies, that worked on last week's episode. And Ufotable was rushing so bad, for instance, you know, they were behind production, that they had to kind of axe out the credits of last week's episode, which if you go look for yourself, yeah, they had to axe it out and they had to put it on their website. So, if you did not know, food for thought, last week's episode was done by like 9 to 12 different companies, and it looked like that. So, you gotta remember that. So, anyways, that is my thoughts of episode 2 of God Eater. I'm liking the setup so far. I'm liking Linka, even though he seems like a shonen protagonist. I am liking him quite a bit. So tell me your thoughts in the comments below. Please be safe. Chibi out.